I was kind of afraid of the feelings I was feeling, and I kept it in the back of my mind.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
We're doing a Q&A series, and today we're going to focus on a couple of questions that we got from a few people, and we're going to start with how did you two meet? This comes from We Tree Bonsai and also Tiny Solar Shack. How did you two meet? And Peacock says, where did you two meet? And also Kian asks, where did you two meet? Okay, so where and how did we meet? Do you know, or should I just answer this?
Yeah, I know.
Because a few minutes ago he said the wrong answer to that question.
We met online, actually, through an online dating site when it was first starting, and basically I contacted Sharon and she contacted me back, and we set up a date, and we ended up meeting at a bookstore. And what happened was I really liked her at that point, but I guess I just wasn't ready for a serious relationship. I was kind of afraid of the feelings I was feeling, and back then Sharon was into some kind of diet. I think she was into like a raw diet or something like that, and I didn't know how that would work with my family with Sunday dinners, so I kept it in the back of my mind, and I stayed friends with her for a while. But that's originally how we met, and we didn't actually start dating until I'd say probably about 2 years after that, when we were actually working together. She was my boss and at a human services agency, and I asked her out, and we went to a movie, and after that I think I proposed probably about 2 years after that, and then we got married in 2011, and we've been married since then.
We met on Match.com. He sent me a message the day before Valentine's Day, and we talked for a while. We emailed, and then I think we talked on the phone a couple of times. And we didn't date right away because I was a raw fooder. I've tried all these different crazy diets and all these different things because I was always trying to look for a way to feel good, because I had horrible fatigue for years and years, and I was looking for an answer. I went to a doctor years ago, and they said that looking to try to figure out what's causing fatigue is like a needle in a haystack. And so I didn't want to go through a whole lot of medical stuff, and so I decided to try to do it on my own, because I'm more naturally oriented anyway. So one of the things I tried was to eat only raw foods, and to be a raw fooder, and that is quite a challenging lifestyle, I can tell you. It was fun while I did it, and Sal even did it a little bit after
yeah.
we started dating, and
A little bit.
he liked the sweet stuff anyways.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then we did end up dating, and then we didn't end up dating right away. We met, and we were kind of friends, and then Sal was working at a bank at the time, and he decided to change careers. He wanted to go into human services, where I was, and so he actually applied to the place I was working, and he told me he had gotten hired, and so I told him he could apply to my place, and he started working part-time. And I did tell my supervisor that we knew each other. And then finally he asked me out because I was dating all these other guys, and he kept seeing me go out with all these different guys, and he said that he was afraid that I would get serious with somebody and then he'd never have his chance. Right?
Right.
What
right.
was that?
I didn't want the chance to pass where I wouldn't be able to be with you. That the opportunity to be with you would never come again.
So he finally did ask me out, and I was his supervisor, so we had a hard time for a while. We weren't able to date, and so we had to look for other jobs, and it went on for 1.5 years, and that's a whole nother story. We also have a question from Desert Wind. How long have you been married? I think we knew pretty early on that we were going to end up getting married. We got engaged 2 years after we started dating, and my mom passed away during that time before we got engaged. And then, so we ended up together. We started our cleaning business, and we ended up taking about 5 years to get married. We got married in 2011. So we've been together for 15 years now, and we've been married for 8, going on 8 years, 7.5 years. So, let me see that. Robin Moore asked, did you have both cats when you met? And Tian asked, did you get the fur babies together, or did they belong to one of you first? When we met, Sal didn't have any cats. He had a bird named Peppy, and I had 2 cats, and their names were Sydney, and Sydney's name was Sydney Seymour Beauregard Horatio Pina. Sydney was a brown tabby, and I had Kirby Alexander, and he was a black and white cat. I had them for about 10 years by the time Sal and I got together. And then they eventually passed away in 2008 and 2009, and that was very difficult for both of us. And then
we ended up getting
Alexander.
I think we got him in I think we got him in 2008, was it?
After Kirby died.
Kirby
Alexander.
Right. And then we got Seymour, I believe, in December of 2009. Right. And then we got, I'm laughing because Henry was like unplanned. Sharon fell in love with him one day when we were at the mall, and there was a animal shelter store or animal shelter place there, and she was looking in the window, and he reminded her of her other cat who had passed away, Kirby, and just the way he was looking at her. And that was in, I think that was in 2000, and was that 2010 or 2011?
2011, after we got married.
After we got married. Okay, yeah, you're right. And that's when we got him. So
yeah, that's how we got them.
there is a video out there when we first got them. I think it's a Christmas video, actually, that we put out about a year or so ago.
Okay, so I think we covered that, and thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you to We Tree Bonsai, and to Robin Moore, and to Tiny Solar Shack, and to Peacocks, and to Kian, and thank you Desert Wind for your questions for today's video. And thank you everyone for joining us, and if you asked a question, watch for upcoming videos for your question to be answered.
Thank you, everybody.
What are you boys up to? Snuggling up in the heat? Not too hot for you two to snuggle, huh? Lovebirds? Are you lovebirds? Seymour and Allie are lovebirds. The lovebirds, the lovebirds. Look at our little lovebirds. And then there's Henry. Although you snuggle once in a while, right, Henry?
Hi, I'm Sharon, and this is my Sydney boy, and I wanted all of my online friends to meet him, and here he is. He's a little bit restless right now, but he's a real sweetheart, and I'm crazy about him, and so I wanted everybody to see him. So hopefully you can see him. Can you see him? Yeah. And he's 14 years old, and he was recently diagnosed with lymphoma. And he's a real sweetheart. He's my big baby boy. And I guess that's it. You want to say anything, Sydney? Huh? Okay. I guess that's it. We'll see ya. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up below.
And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.